icy storm moving through parts of Alabama here. Let me get the radar pulled up and we'll get right over that because this does not look good. They have confirmed that this is indeed a tornado on the ground. It's in Chilton and Coosa County, Alabama. Let's get right over to graphics. And I hope I went after another one tonight, but I feel like I've got to. Like I mentioned earlier, it's got the hook appendage right in here. This one heading for Rockford, Alabama. This tornado warning, observed tornado until 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Central Time. Wind velocities, there it is. You can see that it's there on the ground, moving towards the town of Rockford, Alabama. This, it's all the more dangerous now that it's nighttime. Most people could, a lot of people right now are probably sleeping or not paying attention to the weather. But we need to pay attention to this. The storm, it's more than likely it's on the ground. Oh yeah, there's the debris ball right there. This, it's definitely not something I wanted to be doing again tonight, but it's a confirmed tornado on the ground in Chilton and Coosa County, Alabama, that runs until 11 o'clock tonight. Let's go ahead and pull up our analyst radar here and talk a little bit about what is happening. So once the radar finishes downloading, you can see Rockford is heading towards Alexander City, Goodwater. There it is on analyst radar, and wow, look at that hook appendage right there. The couplet is there, the end rod is there, and then right there is where our debris signature is. So this is a radar confirmed tornado, and I believe one of the notes said was observed heading towards Rockford, Alabama, and then Kellyton, Alexander City, and Goodwater. It's time to head towards a safe place. Again, this goes until 10 o'clock Central Time. However, this could of course get extended depending on what is needed. Let's see if they're putting anything out. Go ahead and share this video. It's very important that you share it that way. If one of your friends or something is in this tornado warned area, you can reach them, and the more you can share, the better. The more people can alert about this line of severe weather and sort of severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado warning continues observed Chilton and Coosa until 10 o'clock Central Standard. It's Central Daylight Time now. So that's. I hope I went after this again, but got that debris signature. It was a little more apparent a couple frames back. Now it appears to be, not really weakening because it's so apparent that there's something on the ground west of Rockford. But I think, this storm could also be cycling. If we look a couple frames back, the radar echoes look very, very strong. Now, not as textbook of a tornado looking storm, but definitely could still be producing a tornado. So there's the debris tracker. Again, observed tornado. This storm, it kind of lost its hook shape, but don't let that fool you. These storms have cycled all day today, and if you have friends or family living in the Polygon, Rockford, Alabama, heading towards Goodwater, This is southeast of Birmingham Metro. Kind of just south of where Brent and Montevallo, where that tornado came through. We tracked earlier this evening. Um, this isn't something this isn't something that's fun to be doing. I don't like tracking tornadoes through populated areas. Let me just go ahead and see if they've no, nothing. But that again, just because this is an isolated storm, there's still a tornado watch going until 2 a.m. through much of Alabama, now stretching into Georgia. But let me see if I can pull up anything on Twitter, see if we've got any storm reports on this one. Hal in Altoona, marble-sized hail in Etowah County. Yeah, we're gonna have to, keep an eye on, be weather aware through, early tomorrow morning if you live in Alabama, because these storms have just been nasty. I do believe that there was a couple tornado warnings in Tennessee we could talk about quickly. Let's go ahead and get that loaded up. Or did they expire? They might have expired. I thought I saw them, but this is the only tornado warning at the moment now. There's a whole line of severe thunderstorms. You can see this whole tornado watch, and let's put on our national radar really quick, and you can kind of see what is going on. We've got this whole line of severe thunderstorms stretching all the way from like Indiana, Michigan, stretching all the way down. Oh yeah, there is a tornado warning. I don't know when that was issued. 10:21. Oh, so just a minute ago. I thought I saw a tornado warning. We'll get right to that in a minute. But these storms, we've got tornado watches stretching down from north of Louisville, almost Bloomington, Indiana, all the way down, or tornado watches, all the way down through Montgomery, Alabama, over Atlanta. These storms are very, very strong. All the elements are there that are needed to create tornadoes. Let's go ahead and take a look at this storm system here. Only one lightning strike. So this doesn't appear to be as strong as the storm to the south. Let's see. There we go. There's the radar data. Let's put on our wind tracker and see. Oh yeah, there. You can see right in this area here. If you can see my mouse, there's a little bit of a I'm tired. There's a little bit of a I'm really tired. There's a little bit of a couplet. See if we got anything on. This is gonna be something we're gonna have to keep an eye on, because that looked a little suspicious there. I'm not saying it's confirmed debris or anything, but this storm is gonna be rain wrapped. So if you live in Hodgenville, now is the time to take shelter. Sonora. This is in Kentucky, right? Yeah. Yep. So if you live in Hodgenville and Sonora, I believe your name in town was Sonora, Kentucky. Now is the time to take your tornado precaution. Inside room, lowest floor, away from windows. Heading towards I-65. So if you're on I-65, stop between, if you do not drive between I-65 in Elizabethtown and Sonora. Let this pass. It's gonna be rain wrapped. It's gonna be hard to see. It's night, which makes it all the more worse. All these storms are occurring at night. You're not going to be able to see them. This one in particular is more than likely going to be rain wrapped. Don't try to see it. Now, let us kind of, use our tools. We don't need you to go get a shot for Instagram or for Twitter. It's not worth trying to get a shot for Instagram and you get hurt or killed. You know, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. We have technology such as radar that allows us to look for these tornadoes, and it's not worth making a TikTok about a tornado. You know, what you get $2 in ad revenue for what? For your funeral expense when you get hit by a tornado? Like, you've got to take these warnings seriously. There's a reason they issue them. Let's see if there's any updates with our continuous tornado warning observed for Coosa. Looks like they cut Chilton County out of that warning down in Alabama. Let's go back and take a look at that. Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at the Birmingham radar since that's going to be closest. Goodwater and Rockford is still in your area. Thankfully, it's a little more south of Columbiana. I saw some terrible damage coming out of Columbiana. These storms mean business. These storms are not, weak and they'll produce EF1 tornadoes. These storms mean business. These storms will produce damage, and you've just got to be aware. This storm, it looks to me like it's weakening. It's kind of lost its hook shape, and let's look at analyst radar real quick. To me, it looks like it's lost its hook shape, and the correlation coefficient definitely seems to be, the CC dropout seems to be going away, and the inflow seems to be going away. Because if we look right there, it's obvious there. There's a tornado on the ground. We've got the correlation coefficient. We've got the hook echo. But as time goes on, it looks like the storm kind of folds in on itself. Even if there is still a tornado on the ground, you're not going to see it. It's going to be rain wrapped, and it is nighttime. So, nonetheless, this if this storm is on the ground and you're still under a tornado warning, so treat it like it is. You're not going to see it. You're not going to, during the day, you can see it coming. Not advised, but you can see a storm coming. At night, you're not going to be able to see it until it's too late, and, obviously, it helps having photos and videos of the tornado, but at the same time, it's not not a good situation. They still have this as an observed tornado. That's why they have the pink outline. So Goodwater, Kellyton, Rockford, it's moving just north of you at the moment. But if you're in Rockford, definitely stay in your safe space because, you never know. So Kellyton and Goodwater, you have to be on the lookout. This storm is coming your way. Now is the time to get in that tornado safe place, away from windows, away from doors, interior room on the lowest floor. If you got a basement, perfect. If not, first floor. If you look at a lot of the damage pictures we've seen so far today, not much is left except these interior rooms. And, if you can get to that interior room, that could really save your life. Alright. So, I'm just looking. Nothing new in way of that. Let's go back to our other radar source. 172 lightning strikes. The good news is it appears to have lost its hook appendage, which is always a good thing. But we never know. We never know if it's cycling. These storms say have been cycling a lot. The rotation there's still a little bit of a couplet. I'm not really seeing the debris drop out, which is good, and the hook echo appears to have gone away. But again, the storm could just be cycling through. You never really know. So Rockford and Goodwater and Kellyton, now's the time to take those tornado precautions. And if this warning does get extended, Alexander City, new site, Goldville, This is gonna be coming in your direction. Let's go ahead and put a track on the radar. I'm gonna turn off the lightning. It's a little easier to see, but we can take a track of this, and it's moving at 56 miles an hour. So all these storms, they've been moving very, very quick. And Goodwater, Goldville, New Site, Weedowee, and Woodland. Keep in mind, you don't have to be in shelter for long. It's only gonna be, at the most 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes at the most. And it's so important that you can get to your tornado safe place. Share this with friends. Let them know about the weather that's going on, because it's obviously late. It's 10:30 in Florida and it's 9:30 out in Alabama. A lot of people might be settling down for a night, maybe watching Netflix or something. They're not watching TV. Let them know about what's going on if you know that they live in this area. They still have this as a not the severe thunderstorm. Oh, they've lowered it to a radar indicated tornado. Looks like, at least on there they did. Let's see what's the latest from the National Weather Service. Alright, so they removed the observe tag, so they're kind of seeing the same thing I'm seeing, that it doesn't look as put together as it did 10-15 minutes ago when I first came on. Thankfully that hook appendage appears to be weakening. So that's always what you want to see. You always want to see weakening of these storms. I'm just looking through Twitter. Tornado watch has been cleared for Colbert and Franklin counties in Alabama. Yeah, we're starting to see these tornado watches get trimmed back, so that's good. But if you're still under this tornado watch, you're gonna have to pay attention. We're almost done. These storms will be out, about 2 in the morning tomorrow. And then hopefully we don't have another level 5 day for a while, because I feel like we were just here, and we were. It's only been just over a week since our last outbreak, and thankfully the last outbreak didn't impact large communities, but this one definitely is. We've seen it go through the Birmingham metro, what appears to have been a strong tornado go through the Birmingham metro area. So the good news is that this does appear to be weakening somewhat. The rotation appears to be weakening, which is good. You're always looking for that green and red close together. And if we can go back to like the first scan when I just topped on, we can pull up an analyst story, but you can kind of see there that the green and red is closer together, and now they seem to be distancing themselves a little bit. So the rotation seems to be broadening out a little bit. That scan, the rotation appears to be gone. Obviously storms have cycled all day today, so just because it's not there one scan doesn't mean it won't be there next. It possibly could be. I wouldn't be surprised because of what we've seen of these storms so far. So Autauga, Bibb, Chilton, Dallas, Hal, Jefferson, Lowndes, Marengo, Montgomery, Perry, Shelby, and Tuscaloosa counties in Alabama are out of the tornado watch. Calhoun, Chambers, Clay, Claiborne, Coosa, Elmore, Lee, Macon, Randolph, St. Clair, Talladega, and Tallapoosa are still in this tornado watch. But the good news is, now that the Birmingham metro area is out of the tornado watch, Jefferson County is out, Tuscaloosa County is out. These storms are working their way through Alabama. It's gonna be a long night still, and there's gonna be a lot of cleanup to do tomorrow. But these storms are starting to quiet down for our friends out in western Alabama. So that's always good news. We're gonna keep an eye on this one. Let's see, is that other warning still going on in? Yeah, that is in Kentucky. So let's switch to that warning then. Still radar indicate tornado near Sonora and Hodgenville, just south of Elizabethtown in Kentucky. It would help if we could see what I can see. Um, Once it's down, this is out of the Louisville radar site, which it's not that far away. Um, there's some. Nonetheless, there's gonna be strong winds with these storms, and with the tornado warning in Alabama, same thing. These storms all have gusty winds, severe thunderstorm winds, 58 miles an hour or over, and whether that wind is rotating or a straight line, it can still cause damage. Straight line winds can be just as damaging as tornadic winds. This appears to still be rotating somewhat near between Sonora and Glendale, but from what I've seen, there's no debris dropout. 10:34. Oh, they're in Eastern time, and it's so confusing with the time change. Radar indicated rotation 7 miles west of Hodgenville, moving 50 miles an hour. So Hodgenville, you don't have much time. These storms are flying along night. So if you're all the way at the end of a warning box, you have some time, but you don't have a lot of time. Hodgenville, 50 miles an hour, you're 7 miles west, and it's moving at 50 miles an hour. That storm will be on you quick. Okay, it looks like they dropped the tornado warning for our friends in Alabama. So that's good. They're going to continue with the severe thunderstorm warning. 1-inch hail. That'll go until 11 o'clock tonight. So 10 o'clock their time. So that leaves us to just this one tornado. Did they drop that too? Oh wait, no, I'm not to Kentucky yet. This one tornado warning here in southern Kentucky near Hodgenville. Let's see. Radar indicated north of Sonora. Sonora, 5 more minutes and we could probably give you the all clear. Upton, you're good. Elizabethtown, you're good. Hodgenville, now's the time to be in that safe space. Away from windows, downstairs. Away from doors, away from windows. Interior room, as interior as you can put yourself. If you're in an apartment complex, ask your downstairs neighbor if you can hang with them for a little bit. Obviously there's a pandemic and you gotta be careful with that. Wear masks. It looks like a storm is just passing over I-65 north of Sonora now. Let's see. I want to see what the National Weather Service in Louisville is saying, if they got any updates to this. Best thing would be is if they decide to cancel it. It's only going for another 7 minutes or so. We'll see if they decide to extend it or not. To me, this kind of looks more like straight line winds with maybe some weak rotation in there. Nonetheless, there is rotation, and if you're in this tornado warning, respect the polygon and go ahead and head to your interior room. I wouldn't be surprised if they extend it, because it does look a little. There's not really a debris dropout, but there is a little bit of a kink in the winds still. Let's see. They're not. The good news though is that our friends in Alabama, while the last of the storms isn't quite through yet, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. We got a few severe thunderstorm warnings left. But hopefully after that we can kind of move out and not have to worry about our severe storms moving through anymore. Tornado watch is still in effect until I believe 2 a.m. Yeah, 2 a.m. They're starting to remove areas like Coleman. Oh, Birmingham's still under a tornado watch, so I guess I misspoke earlier. But Coleman, I believe Tuscaloosa is out. I don't know if this is updated because I thought I saw that Tuscaloosa and Birmingham were out. Yeah. I don't know if that's updated yet, but no. We've got this whole line of severe showers and thunderstorms pushing all the way through, Nashville, Birmingham, up into Kentucky. This tornado warning here going until 10:45. I thought for a second it looked like they extended it. There's still some rotation in there. It's hard to tell, for sure. The storm is gonna be rain wrapped if there is some sort of rotation on the ground, but it does appear that it's gonna be a rain wrapped rotation, and so that's gonna make it very hard to see. So don't try to go outside and see this storm because you're more than likely not gonna see it. This is rain wrapped. So, if you're in this warning, respect the polygon. Get into your room. You'll be okay. Give it, this warning only goes for another 5 minutes. As whether they extend it, it's up to National Weather Service in Louisville. It'll be interesting to see what they do. If it were me, I would probably go with a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible tag. But, give it another, we're not even 4 minutes away from this warning being over. So let's see what they decide to do. There's definitely, there's broad rotation in there. Let's take a look at our HAL tracker and see if there's any, because sometimes HAL could be indicative of tornado. See if it. Okay, I think that's exactly what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna go with a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible. Yep, that is what they're going to do. It looks like they will not extend this tornado warning. Instead, they'll go with a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible. So that tornado warning will expire in about 3 minutes, well, less than 3 minutes, and this severe thunderstorm warning will kick in. That'll go until 11:15 tonight, so about another half hour. They go ahead and go with the tornado possible tag, so of course anytime they have that tag in there, something could develop quickly. But hopefully that's it for tornado warnings. There's been a lot of damage. I've heard of deaths. I've heard of injuries, and it's very sad. We just need to be more weather aware and respect the polygon. So hopefully this is it for tornado warnings for tonight. If not, I'll try to keep everyone updated. Let's go back to well, before we go, convective outlook. It does look like they eliminated the high risk area, so they're now on a level 3 out of 5. Let's switch to our national radar here. These storms, there's multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, and you gotta pay attention to those winds over 58 miles an hour. That can do just as much damage as tornadoes can. Hail, and of course, if you got the tornado possible tag on the severe thunderstorm warning, that could mean a severe thunderstorm can pop up at any time. But that'll do it for those 2 tornado warnings. Hopefully there's no more tonight. If there are, have a couple ways to get them. Wireless emergency alerts on your phone always seem to work good. You can also use a NOAA weather radio. That will always work even if the power is out. Any of your favorite weather apps should also alert you, but have multiple ways to get that warning. Don't say stay to just one way because these apps can fail, and weather radio is always the best way. All right, so with that, tornado warnings have expired. I don't see any more popping up, so I'm gonna go try to sleep. That sounds pretty nice right about now. I'm gonna go try